People who worked at Disney World, what was the most magical thing you saw? I spent 3 years as a face character at Magic Kingdom, mostly playing princes and the occasional villain. You learn to read people fast in that job. You can tell who's there for the photo op, who's genuinely excited, and who's barely holding it together. One afternoon in October, I was doing a set as Prince Charming near Cinderella Castle when I noticed a family hanging back from the line. Dad was holding a little girl, maybe 5 or 6, wrapped in a blanket despite the Florida heat. Mom stood beside them, clutching this worn-out Cinderella doll, like her life depended on it. The girl was bald, thin, the kind of thin that tells you everything you need to know. They waited until every other guest had their turn. When they finally approached, the dad's voice cracked immediately. "This is Penny. She's been waiting to meet you for a long time." Penny barely had the strength to lift her head, but when she saw me, her eyes went wide. She whispered something I couldn't hear. Her mom leaned in and translated. "She wants to know if Cinderella is here." I knelt down to her level. "Actually," I said, "Cinderella told me she's been looking everywhere for you. She heard there was a princess visiting the castle today and she wanted to meet her personally." Penny's face changed. Not a smile exactly, but something shifted. Hope, maybe. I wasn't supposed to leave my set. We had strict schedules, strict rules, but I caught the eye of my handler, a woman named Dottie who'd been there 20 years, and she just nodded. "Go." I radioed ahead to the Cinderella performer. Her name was Becca, a former ballet dancer from Wisconsin who took this job more seriously than anyone I'd ever met. I explained the situation in about 15 seconds. She didn't hesitate. We walked that family through a side entrance into a private courtyard behind the castle that most guests never see. Becca was already there, in full costume, standing like she'd been waiting for Penny her entire life. What happened next is burned into my memory forever. Becca didn't crouch down or talk in that exaggerated princess voice some performers use. She sat right on the ground, dress and all, and took Penny's hands in hers. She looked at that little girl like she was the only person in the world.